inside the Pat Bowlen Fieldhouse for Broncos Country Connected. For the Denver Broncos, Sunday's game against the LA Chargers was considered a must-win, given 5 of their final 7 games are against AFC West rivals. With their season seemingly on the line, the Broncos held the high-powered Chargers offense to just 13 points. They converted 8 of 11 third-down attempts and committed to the ground game as Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon combined for 31 carries for 137 yards. Here's a look back at how the Denver Broncos kept themselves in the hunt with an impressive win over the Chargers.
We are looking forward to this big AFC West matchup. The Broncos come into today's game with a 5-5 record. The Chargers are 6-4.
Crank up that running game with your double-barrel attack of Gordon and Williams. Get off to a fast start, play with the lead, keep the high-powered Chargers offense off the field. The Broncos invested a lot of money in the secondary, and they're going to have to earn it today.
Fans on your feet for your 2021 Denver Broncos.
It is going to be a fun month here for the AFC West, and I look at this game really as the tone setter. The Chargers, when they're at their best, Greg, they're as good as anyone. And the Broncos, they need to make the jump from a team that's solid and has potential to a football team that can put it all together against the NFL's best.
Second and a goal from the 11. Bridgewater bounces out, has some room to run. Inside the 5, Bridgewater leads the football to the pylon. Touchdown, Denver!
Bridgewater takes it upon himself to scramble and punch it in for 6. What a play from Bridgewater.
Yeah, Denver's defense has really played well. They've had a good plan, they've executed it. Javonte Williams right up the gut and into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver!
Cushenberry opened a big hole again, killing him up the middle.
I mean, that was essentially a prayer ball from Justin Herbert, because that's just throw it up, try to make something happen, and Jared Cook. Oh, this is exceptional by Teddy Bridgewater, because he's going to get outside of Joey Bosa, one of the NFL's best.
Bridgewater rolls to his right, throws the ball to the end zone. Touchdown, Denver! 70-yard touchdown return by Pat Surtain. A big win indeed for Vic Fangio and the Denver Broncos.
Well, now, thanks to FanDuel, Ryan Harris is here to break down a few of his favorite plays from Denver's dominant performance over the LA Chargers. Ryan, it was great to see the Broncos commit and stick to the ground game throughout all 4 quarters. Javonte Williams, he had 14 attempts on the day, but it seems like you like his second carry the best.
I really love this play, and Javonte Williams was great all game long, but this is one of my favorite plays that we ever ran as an offensive lineman. It's called power no puller. It can be 12, 13, 2 double teams right here, and you're going to get Noah Fant wrapping around. Now what happens though, watch Calvin Anderson. He absolutely destroys the defensive lineman for the Chargers. One of the things when you get down in that double team, you want to hit the guy across your teammate so that he can start going north and south. Okay. Well, as this play develops, yes, Javonte Williams has a great run, and it's all on Calvin Anderson. Here we go as we press play. Calvin Anderson's going to destroy, boom, and then get all the way up on Drew Tranquil, Notre Dame guy. And then this is what I love too. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys running and throwing, and you get everybody excited. That's the kind of run that really gets people going. It's a smash mouth play to start the game, and that set the tone for the rest of the day for the Broncos.
Moving along to the Broncos' second drive of the game, Teddy Bridgewater orchestrated an 8-play, 4.5-minute drive that ended with his second rushing touchdown of the year.
And this was a huge point in the game, and a couple of guys doing big things away from the football. Now, when Teddy Bridgewater looks, he understands there's 3 to each side here, and that's a kind of a muddled picture, especially once he snaps the ball. He's going to see a couple of different double teams move up. But one, you've got Cam Fleming right here at the right tackle. He's going to destroy the Bosa brother and push him back towards the line of scrimmage. That's going to give Teddy Bridgewater the edge. But to me, this made me jump for joy. Watch this entire play, because Albert Okwuegbunam is going to lay a massive block that's going to help Teddy Bridgewater get there. So as we press play, you see Cam Fleming just collapse back towards the line of scrimmage. There you go out there, and here's Albert O's block. Boom, keeping that edge open for Teddy Bridgewater to toe tap his way to success. That was a fantastic play. That's a team touchdown, and that gets everybody excited.
Last but not least, tough to choose between which Pat Surtain pick was better. One in the end zone, one which he took into his own end zone, but which one impressed you the most?
The first pick by Pat Surtain was fantastic to me. This is a player that's using his teaching points, but also trusting himself. There's a couple things that are going to happen here. Patrick Surtain's located on the bottom of your screen. One thing that happens with young defensive players, remember Patrick Surtain's a rookie, they often, when they see something, they just attach to a guy, right? Oh, I got my guy, I got this person. But Patrick Surtain is going to step inside and then realize he has action coming his way, so he starts to get depth. That's the beginning, because now he's still in position. And then I'm going to pause it about halfway through because he does something you call a little icky shuffle. He shuffles a little bit, and it's because of what he knows as a defensive player. We'll get to that in a second, but let's just start. As Patrick Surtain starts this play, he goes in, and he goes out, and then right about here, I want to pause it because he's going to do a kind of shimmy shuffle. At this point, right behind you here, Alexis, he knows he has the entire end zone himself. But one of the things that expert corners know is you can get underneath now, because either it's going to be in the back corner pylon and you'll have time to get back there, or you got to start coming towards that middle of the goalpost to get inside of that throwing window. So when Pat Surtain shuffles right here and sets his feet, he knows that he can let that guy go right down the line if he wants. And then all because he trails, he gets right underneath and gets that pick. The other thing I love, Alexis, he catches it with his hands. Sometimes you see defensive backs try and roll over that football, and that's when they get incomplete. Pat Surtain, confident in his technique, confident in his hand skills, catches the football, interception for the Broncos. Fantastic play by Pat Surtain.
2 picks on the day, a stellar showing from him. But speaking of Pat Surtain II, still to come, this week's Player Spotlight featuring the first round pick. But before we head to break, take a look at a few of the best shots from Sunday captured by team photographer Gabriel Christus.
Playing tough and good there in the second half. Teddy Bridgewater.
Hey, it's a team win right here, man. You talk about being resilient, man. We down with a lot of injuries. Guys stepped up, played big football for us, man. So this one for everybody right here. Appreciate it.
Coming off the practice squad. And blocking their outside rushers.
Good team win. Couldn't have done it without y'all. Thank you.
2 picks.
Hey man, it was a good team win all around, man. We came out here and dominated, do what we supposed to do. Credit goes out to the defense. We put pressure on them all night. Those 2 picks wouldn't happen to us, y'all, man. Let's go.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family.
Welcome back to Broncos Country Connected, presented by Ford. Sunday afternoon, first-year cornerback Pat Surtain II became the first Broncos rookie to record multiple interceptions, including a pick 6 in a single game, something no other NFL rookie has done since 2015. We recently caught up with the 9th overall pick to learn more about his game and where he finds his inspiration.
Lawrence loads it up again, another home run ball. Well covered and intercepted by Pat Surtain. Surtain comes down with the ball, his first career NFL interception.
I love the game of football because, I played at a young age, and since then I've been motivated to, achieve my dream ever since, just playing in the NFL. One trait you have to have, I believe, is a strong work ethic, and dedication. I just believe those things, just would translate onto the field and off the field as well, too.
Herbert in the gun, steps out of problems, throws a pass. This is going to be intercepted in the end zone. Pat Surtain. He threw it right to Pat Surtain, his second career interception.
One word, I'll say technical. I think I'm a very sound and technical player. I think it just goes on over my years. I've been playing cornerback for, a couple of years now. I just felt like it was secondhand to me once I started going into high school and college. I felt like this was going to be my position. I'll say favorite moment, winning the national championship for sure. That was a big accomplishment. We had set goals before the season. Even though it was a COVID year, a lot of things, a lot of circumstances was happening, we still pulled it through. That was a great team we had, and it was a very exciting moment.
With the 9th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Pat Surtain Jr.
I'd never been to Denver before. I'd never been throughout the city. I was just excited at the time, but now I'm going through the city and stuff. I'm actually glad that Denver chose me.
If you're half the player your dad was, we got a hell of a football player.
Yes, sir.
I was with your dad in Miami. I don't know if you knew that.
One thing is him as a father, just looking at him, he's a very inspirational figure. I just learned a lot of things from him, on and off the field, how he carries himself, how humble he is, how he take things on with the right approach. I just learned a lot of stuff from him. Favorite quotes or words, be where your feet are, meaning that, wherever your feet are, just live in the moment. Don't worry about what's in the past, don't worry about what's ahead, just put your feet in the moment, put your feet in the present, and just put your best foot forward each and every day.
Smith with a play fake, protection's pretty good. Alex looks right, comes back, dumps the football, picked off Champ Bailey, foot race to the house, Bailey midfield, you're not going to catch him, 40, 35, he cuts inside, 20, 15, Bailey, 10, 5, Champ Bailey to the house.
He's been the legend through here in his playing career, a Hall of Famer at that. For him looking at me, him watching the games, studying me, is just a very special feeling.
Denver will rush 4 this time, not 5. Quick throw to Eckler, deflected and intercepted. Pat Surtain down the west sideline. This may be a house call. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Denver. 70 yards for Pat Surtain.
Coming up after the break, the Denver 7 crew will share their biggest takeaways from Denver's Week 12 win, plus learn some of the unique ways Broncos pass rusher Stephen Weatherly stays busy when he's away from football.
Broncos Country Connected is brought to you by Ford Trucks. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough.
The stage is set. This Sunday in prime time, the Broncos and Chiefs will duke it out for first place in the AFC West. For more on how this recent win could impact this week's Sunday Night Football showdown, let's check in with Lionel Bienvenu, Troy Rank, and Ryan Harris. Guys?
Thanks, Alexis, and welcome to our Denver 7 segment brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Broncos and Chiefs Sunday night in KC, Ryan. First place in the AFC West on the line. It doesn't get any better than this.
And this is where you want to be if you're an NFL team as you start December. You want to fight for first place, and a win on the road, that's the ultimate statement that you're a team to be reckoned with and on the right track.
As we know, they've really struggled against the Chiefs, those 11 straight losses. That's all out the window. This isn't a post-Malone game. It's a post-it Malone, a save the date. This is huge. I can't wait. We're going to be there. You're going to feel the energy. This is the Broncos playing a meaningful game. I love it, Lionel.
Yeah, this is what Broncos country is all about right here, playing meaningful games late in the season. And Ryan, I guess the same blueprint for success against Justin Herbert and the Chargers would work against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
And it starts with Patrick Surtain, right? Can he get 2 turnovers again? A phenomenal game for the young rookie. And that's a player where you look at that production and say, okay, now we can change coverage options for a Travis Kelce, for some of the other weapons that Kansas City has. So you couldn't have Patrick Surtain playing better at a better point in the season, giving you any more opportunities to win against the Chiefs. So Patrick Surtain proven why he was the #1 pick.
All right, Ryan, last week you mentioned the Broncos needed to get 2 turnovers to beat the Chargers.
I did.
They did it, both by Patrick Surtain. So defense is key here, but also, again, run the football.
Run the ball. And they ran it over 30 times. That's fantastic. You even heard Vic Fangio after the game, we ran the ball. I mean, he was excited about it. And I know from playing offensive line, when you can time and time again run in and literally smack the face mask of your opponent, that sends a message. And they have to decide if they want to do that for 4 quarters. Oh, by the way, when you run the football, you take time away from a guy like Patrick Mahomes. That was a big aspect, too, of beating the Chargers, having that time of possession because you didn't want Justin Herbert on the field. So if they run the ball again, they win that time of possession, they finish with touchdowns, this is going to be a win for the Broncos.
Troy, this up and down season, they start winning 3 in a row, lose 4 in a row, beat Dallas, lose to Philly. The challenge is, as Justin Simmons said, to bring the Dallas and the Chargers game to Kansas City and not the Steelers, Raiders, Browns, and Eagles games.
Yeah, absolutely. Take the Dramamine. It's been quite the ride this year. But the reality is this. Everything is now in front of them. They realize that they can play with a greater sense of urgency. They can play with fire. You control your effort. You control your attitude. And that went a long way into that fast start, because when this team starts fast, they win. As Ryan said, when they run the ball, they win. There is a formula, but the key is to get off to a fast start. When they do that under Fangio, they're 16-4 when leading at half.
All right, Ryan, here we go. Quickly. Keys to the game. They're 10-point underdogs in some books right now. What do they have to do to come out of KC with a W?
Number 1, handle the noise. It is going to be extremely loud. I'll be doing the broadcast on radio for the game, but I've been, as a Kansas City Chiefs player, they love beating the Broncos. That whole fan base is going to be drinking and eating all day long. So handle the noise and keep it 3rd and manageable. That was a big piece as well for the Broncos against the Chargers, being able to have 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. So get to those 3rd and manageables and handle the noise. You'll come out with a victory.
Troy, how do the Broncos break this 0-11 streak against KC?
Play keep away. If Patrick Mahomes is forced to take chances because he hasn't been on the field, he will throw an interception or 2. He's already got 11, 1 away from his career high. Even during this stretch where they're playing better, he still hasn't found his traction. So keep the game close, keep the ball away from him, force him to make a mistake, likely when he forces it either to Tyreek Hill or Kelsey.
All right, thanks guys, good work. Now let's get to Nick Rothschild, who takes us behind the face mask every week, finding out who the players really are and what drives them off the field. This week, it's Stephen Weatherly, one of the new guys. Came over from the Vikings in a midseason trade, now providing much-needed pass rush from the edge. But as Nick found out, there's much more to the story, as Stephen's many hobbies make him stand out.
Flute, clarinet, trumpet, trombone, baritone, tuba, and tenor sax.
He became a melodic maestro before he could drive a car.
At first I wanted to have like all the recognizable parts of the song, which is usually the trumpet. But then I realized as I got through the band and got a little bit older that all the soul and all like the good parts of the song, the groovy, feel good, that's all low brass. And so I like to be in charge of that.
Stephen Weatherly is the most interesting man in Denver. Music is his escape hatch.
Every once in a while when I get super stressed, regardless of what it is, sometimes I'll go find a piano, and the act of trying to learn a new song does a lot to like calm me down.
What is it about that helps you relax?
You just forget about anything that was probably stressing you out or had you down for that day, and you just give of yourself to just one thing in that moment. For the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna learn the intro to Roses by Outkast, which is like super difficult.
So you were kind of a band kid then when you were in high school?
Yeah, I was also like on the robotics team in chess club, so I was like spreading my wings to see what I like.
Weatherly's wings are now wide open, flying on a flume of hobbies.
I love escape rooms. I've done like over 70 escape rooms, something that just brings me pure joy, kind of like glass blowing.
The ancient.
I like low-key lost like part of my thumbprint one time.
And dangerous art of glass blowing.
Saw it on Instagram. I always say my spy knows me well. However the piece makes me feel, that's what's gonna come out. And the best part about that is like everything is correct. Like nothing is wrong when you go into a hot shop to create.
He even ended up on Netflix.
I was a guest judge on season 2 of Blown Away, episode 7.
All thanks to insatiable curiosity and a passion for life.
That's something I grew up with from my mom and grandma. It's like, if you're going to try anything, give it 100%. Give of yourself completely, ask for nothing in return, and success shall be yours, whatever that looks like.
He truly is the most interesting man in Denver.
Well, that's all the time we have for Broncos Country Connected. From all of us here with the Denver Broncos and Denver 7, thanks for watching.
Broncos Country Connected is presented by Carpet Mill Outlets. Bigger discounts, better selections.